The golden age of radio will spring back to life this weekend at the Wildish Community Theater in downtown Springfield. War of the Worlds is coming back, and the guy responsible for bringing it back is Fred Crafts. Who else? Great to have you here.
Nice
Thanks
to be
so
here.
much
Good
for
to
coming in. Okay, so tell me about this. This is like the War of the World that Orson Welles did?
Right. It's one of the great classic stories in the golden age of radio. One of the shows that you always hear about, but you don't often get a chance to actually hear it. I mean, I would ask the audience, when was the last time you heard that show?
I don't think I've ever heard.
If ever. That's how I was. I heard about it, but when I was a kid and so forth, but it wasn't until recently, about a year ago, that I actually heard the broadcast. So we're going to try to recreate that broadcast.
Okay, so you're doing old radio shows. You're writing some, and you're producing some, and directing some. And this is just kind of what you're doing this part of your life.
Well, I'm the old retired guy now, of course, you know,
right.
And so yeah, it's what we do, and it's great fun to work with all these great actors.
Yeah, you were telling me. We've got some pictures.
We do.
You know, so let's go to the videotape.
Well, this is a rehearsal shots, and we were rehearsing last night, as a matter of fact. And you'll see actors like Kim Donahue, you just saw in that last picture, and this is an overview shot of what's going on. And so we are recreating it with sound effects and using the scripts and costumes and so forth. And it's in the radio studio, so we're not trying to act it out particularly. We're just trying to create the sound of it. And we have some wonderful sound effects that Mike Moskovitz has put together for us.
I was wondering about, because that's a big part of radio broadcasts or radio productions.
Exactly.
So here's
Mike.
Like
well, that's he's got the watering can there. That's makes the sound of the Martian spaceship top screwing off.
Oh,
we have all kinds of tricks that we're going to show the audience.
Okay. Yeah. So how many of you are in the? How many people are in the cast?
Well, there's about 7 of us altogether.
Wow.
I play a very small part, but I have actors like Barry Shaw and Ken Hoff and Steve Waymeyer, Frank Muir, Shandy Cinnamon, and Kim Donahue, who they each create anywhere from, say, 6 to 8 roles. So they had to be very flexible in their voicing so that they are different characters. So we use a small cast, but we have like a cast of about 30-some characters.
So this is like the bringing back of the Reader's Theater sort of thing, which is absolutely wonderful. I was thinking my kids have never even heard of Reader's Theater, and it's been a long time since a production like that has been produced here, presented.
Right.
So this is great.
Good. Thank you. I love it.
Okay, so you're doing this, and you put together the sound effects, and you're writing also. Right. So at Christmas you're going to be doing another one.
Well, every Christmas I do a version of A Christmas Carol for the Pleasant Hill Community Theater as a fundraiser for their program out there. So this year's Christmas Carol will be a cowboy Christmas Carol. And it's quite a bit different story.
Is it going to be musical?
Well, we're going to have a guitar player there, we hope, and so forth. Yeah, so it'll and lots of live sound effects for that one.
And then you have one coming up in January, and you have one in April.
April,
is that right?
and
so
in June.
A whole season.
Right.
Fred, you've outdone yourself.
Well, thank you. Thank you. It's a great gift for the community to get a chance to hear these actors, and it's great for the actors because they don't have to memorize any lines, any blocking. They can just do what they do best, which is act. And these actors are just terrific.
It is a different art form. It really is, because you don't have to move. You just kind of, well, you do move because that's what your character is. You know. Yeah. You have to emote that, but I think it's wonderful.
Great.
So anyway, Wildish Theater this weekend,
right?
Friday and Saturday night, and then a Sunday matinee.
And a Sunday matinee.
Back by popular demand.
Right.
And we should tell everyone you have to get your tickets in advance or at the door and get there early because there are no reserved seats.
That's right. And tickets are only $10. It's good for the whole family. We want young people as well as the old timers to be there.
Yeah. Well, I think it's a great way to start. And War of the Worlds. Oh my gosh.
One of the classics.
It
is. One of the greats. A great Martian story. Great story for Halloween.
Yeah. Oh, exactly right. And historically, that's when it was done.
October 30th, 1938. It was done live on the radio. Scared the pants off of the nation. Yeah. So that's the story we're going to tell.
You're right. It'll be great.
Oh, thank
you. Well, I'll see you this weekend.
Good.
Because I'm going to come.
Good.
And thanks for stopping by.
We'll get you on one of our shows.
Yeah, right. When I don't have a cold. Yeah. H.G. Wells' War of the Worlds this weekend comes to life. Fred Crafts' Radio Redux.